Anaga, you also mentioned that you got say about 2 to 3 complaints last year, and you were able to take one complaint to the conclusion. So, if I may ask that with respect to the other 2 complaints, were there some sort of challenges that you faced, or was there jurisdictional issue over there?
So there are many complaints where the person, I think there were 1 or 2 complaints where the person did not. So there was a impression that the person fell in the category of employer, but that was not true. The person was not the employer. So there are those kind of complaints also. There are some complaints where we start the inquiry, but because it is against the employer, and if the person is employed with a government organization, then the process is long drawn, because it is we have to follow the department inquiry procedure combined with the Sexual Harassment Act, wherein we have to send up, we have to kind of request for issuing the charge sheet. We have to request the disciplinary authority to issue a charge sheet. So those kind of processes are long drawn. Those processes also sometimes bring the local committee, I will not say in conflict, but vis-a-vis the organization, disciplinary authority, etc. Because we are situated outside, our location in that sense is strategic. So we do face those kind of challenges. If we cannot just start an inquiry. We have to request the disciplinary authority for allowing us, issuing a charge sheet and allowing us to start the inquiry. And for that we will have to we may not formally call it as a preliminary inquiry, because again the Medha Kotwal judgment says that there will be only one inquiry, and you cannot have like a preliminary inquiry, the main inquiry, and a departmental inquiry. So we may not want to call it a preliminary inquiry, but we do have to send a preliminary kind of a report where we say that this complaint has come to us, and we have found substance in it, and please issue a charge sheet. So we need to do that kind of documentation, which also then we have to call witnesses to be able to say that there is substance in the complaint. So I think all these this process is written with challenges, which of course takes time, and it's not, I mean, it's not easy. I can say it's not easy at all.
Yeah. And when you talk about government employees, primarily I'm assuming you would be working with the Maharashtra Civil Services rules. Is that correct?
We have received Maharashtra Civil Service rules and the Central Civil Service rules as well.
Okay.
So both.
All right. Okay. All right. Yeah, so I think this is again a very fair point that you've mentioned, and several judgments ever since Medha Kotwal judgment was passed, they do have pointers on whether preliminary inquiry can be done or not, and some of them have also been conflicting judgments. And I think because they've all been by high courts right now, I mean, all of us will have to really wait for the Supreme Court to come out with something which is more concrete and one can really depend on. But otherwise, so far, I think you're absolutely right. These do lead to conflicting point of
Yeah,
view.
and I would like to add that the DOPT notification which was issued, the Department of Personnel and Training, Government of India, the notification that they issued, I think in 2015 or 16, where they're talking about steps in an inquiry procedure. They are talking about the preliminary inquiry, then one, in the middle, the main inquiry, and then, so, and they also say that, so they are not talking about a departmental inquiry, they are just talking about the PE and the inquiry to be done by the committee. They're also saying that the committee is supposed to do a dual role of doing
absolutely.
a PE and then the main inquiry. And I think this is conflicting with the Medha Kotwal judgment, and not pertaining to the local committee, but there is a judgment from the Kerala High Court, where the Kerala High Court said that there is no need to conduct a preliminary inquiry. Because the Supreme Court Medha Kotwal judgment says that there has to be only one inquiry. So I think for local committees across India, I'm sure this is a dilemma, and we, either the state governments concerned, So for us, it is Maharashtra. So different state governments, or I think government of India, or finally the Supreme Court needs to give us a clarity on this.
Hmm. Yes,
Because these
certainly,
two, yeah,
certainly.
because this DOPT notification is clearly contradicting with the Medha Kotwal judgment.
Absolutely. And again, for the benefit of the people who are going to be seeing this, so the Medha Kotwal judgment was passed before the law came into existence, which said that there is no need of doing a preliminary inquiry because an internal committee is supposed to be a separate body altogether, which is going to do an inquiry into a sexual harassment complaint. So it is going to be a separate body altogether. And for all practical purposes, they are required to be considered as the inquiring authority if you look at any of the service rules. However, post that in 2013 the law was passed, and post that the DOPT guidelines were passed, which Anaga is talking about. And the DOPT guidelines, because of the kind of words they have used, they do tend to kind of sometimes conflict with the judgment itself. And now we have some judgments from, as Anagha mentioned, from the Kerala High Court. I think you're talking about the LS Cebu judgment, right? LS Cebu judgment, and there are a couple of other judgments that have given some contradictory views, and that's why perhaps now it's time again that this is raised again, and maybe once the Supreme Court clarifies how this needs to be proceeded with, and then the committees will have some clarity on it. So thank you, Anagha, I think for mentioning this. This is a rather important point.